Hello everyone and welcome to LolKing's Pick of the Week. My name is Chakras and each week we'll be highlighting a champion that we think is really strong in the current meta, whether its popularity comes from ranked games, competitive play, or even both. Today we take a look at Jhin, played in the bot lane as an AD carry. Jhin wasn't immediately popular following his release on patch 6.2, but performances in competitive play brought him into the spotlight, with games from Sneaky on Cloud9 followed by multiple games from Fnatic's Reckless at IEM Katowice. Let's start with his setup. For runes you want to run attack damage marks, armor seals, magic resistance glyphs, and attack damage quintessences. Jhin is a unique AD carry because he can also get attack damage from stacking attack speed and critical strike, despite being at a lower ratio. So unlike most AD carries, you don't want to take attack speed quintessences. Your runes are mostly set in stone, however Jhin can run armor penetration marks and or quintessences. With armor penetration you will trade with champions better, but you will find it harder to last it, so it's up to you. For masteries you want to run 18-12-0 with Deathfire Touch as your keystone mastery. With the changes to Warlord's Bloodlust on patch 6.4, it's no longer such a good option for Jhin, as you no longer get lifesteal from critical strikes. Deathfire Touch will translate to extra damage over time whenever you trade with enemy champions, which will be easily applied from any basic attack or dancing grenade. Warlord's Bloodlust is still a viable alternative if you want the extra sustain. Onto skill order, you want to be maxing your Q, Dancing Grenade first, as it's your main tool for wave clear and harassing the enemy opponent. The cooldown goes down and the damage goes up per rank. Deadly Flourish, your W, should be maxed second. While this ability has a static cooldown on all ranks, base damage goes up, and the snare duration also goes up from a mere 0.75 seconds at rank 1 to 1.75 seconds at rank 5. Your E, Captive Audience, is maxed last as the traps aren't that great unless enemies stand on top of it and get hit. Some players don't even get a point until level 13, but you can take 1 point at level 4. You should use your traps to cover choke points or the river when you're laning. Your first item should be Infinity Edge, and your boots should be boosted swiftness more often than not, as you really need the extra movement speed since you have such low mobility. After that, it really depends on the game. You want to get a Zeal item next, either Rapid Fire Cannon, Static Shiv, or Phantom Dancer. Rapid Fire Cannon is best when you want to get that extra ranged auto attack and be able to combine it with a Deadly Flourish snare. Static Shiv gives the most damage and gives you extra wave clear, and Phantom Dancer is best when playing against assassins or bruisers that are killing you too fast. Eventually, you want to start getting lifesteal, either by going Bloodthirster or Mercurial Scimitar. If possible, you want to be getting at least 3 critical strike items, as every crit gives you a burst of movement speed, so Essence Reaver is an excellent choice if possible. You can also pick up either of the Last Whisper upgrades if you need to penetrate through armor. As for defensive items, well, I talked about Mercurial Scimitar already, but obviously Banshee's Veil and Steraks are also available options. Now that we've looked at Jhin's setup, let's talk a bit about how he works in different stages of the game. In lane, Jhin is actually one of the strongest, provided you play to your strengths correctly. His ammo system can limit him in longer trades, but is excellent if you limit it to short trades. Whenever possible, use your 4th shot on an enemy. You'll hit a guaranteed crit, and the movement speed given will allow you to back off before they can trade back. Just remember to not go for prolonged trades. That's where you lose out because of your ammo system. As for your lane partners, you should look to pair Jhin with supports that can either peel for you or set you up well. Morgana is definitely one of the best, as Black Shield will keep you safe, and with a good binding or just a long range Tormented Soil can set up an easy snare with your W. Janna is also great for Jhin, as her shield gives him extra AD, making him even better in trades. Other than that, she brings great peel to keep him alive. Lulu is also a great pick due to being able to polymorph whoever jumps on Jhin, or simply speed him up so he can get in his auto attacks. Other than those 3, Tamkench and Thresh are worth mentioning, as they can protect Jhin with Devour and Dark Passage respectively, allowing him to reposition. From level 6 onwards, you can look to set up kills with your ultimate, Curtain Call. Get them low, stand back, and set up your ultimate. If you hit your first bullet, the next should be extremely easy to follow up on. By mid-game is when Jhin can struggle. He's somewhat item dependent and will suffer a bit until he can get his second item for 50% crit and thus more mobility. In team fights, you should look to get in some shots from distance whenever possible without overstepping. When the enemy gets chunked and you're in a siege scenario, simply stand back, start channeling your ultimate, and shoot them from afar. Now for some tips. Your dancing grenade will do more damage to each successive target if it kills the one before. So if possible, try to throw it on minions that are about to die so it gains extra damage before hitting an enemy champion. Whenever you're in lane and want to go for a quick trade, wait until you have your 4th shot so you can do a quick auto plus Q combo. Your abilities reset your auto attack animation, so try to use this to your advantage by stringing damage abilities in between hits, like auto, Q, auto. Lastly, remember that Deadly Flourish will snare anyone damaged by you or your team. This makes Jhin very strong at picking off stragglers. That's going to be all for this week. If you enjoyed this week's video, be sure to leave a like and leave a comment telling us what champion you'd like to see next. I'll see you guys next week.